FIFA 13 Wonderkids. How did they do? So again, the highest rated player in this edition of FIFA was Mario Götze with a massive 92 potential rating. Now you could argue he did famously score the winning goal in the 2014 World Cup final, but consistency and injuries, to be fair, really halted his progress. I don't think he did ever really reach that 92 potential rating. Finally, Neymar gets his flowers with a 91 potential rating. I think that's a little bit low for Neymar, if I'm honest, and I think he absolutely smashed through it. Neymar is one of the best players of his generation, for sure. And definitely one of the most marketable. He is an absolute worldwide superstar. He won a lot of trophies throughout his career with PSG, Barcelona. But did he really fulfill his potential? I think he went through that, but I don't think he fulfilled his actual potential. Because I think this 91 rating was wrong. Next up, we've got another Brazilian in Lucas, who had a really solid career, to be fair. His most iconic moment probably being his Champions League hat-trick in the semi-final in 2019. I think. If it wasn't 2019, just roast me. But he definitely didn't live up to this massive 90 rating. Next up, we have got Varane, who I do think is one of the best centre-backs of his generation, backed up by what he won in his trophy cabinet. He got multiple Champions League trophies, and he did win the World Cup in 2018 as well. I think they got that one pretty spot on. Coutinho, now this is 88 rating, which is quite low, so I do think he surpassed that. At Liverpool, he was absolutely outstanding. He did fail to replicate that at Barcelona, but who does do that for the full career? There's a lot of players through history who aren't brilliant throughout. I think that's alright. Mateo Kovacic, now this is a new one. I'm not sure if he was 20 or 21 at this point, but what a career. A real steady Eddie. He's really nice on the ball, I think, Kovacic. Very good at netting play. He's a good footballer, man. He won Champions Leagues at Real Madrid and Chelsea. But he was more of the steady Eddie type rather than the superstar. But that's alright. Moving on, we've got Marco Verratti at a potential 88 rating. I mean, he had an absolutely incredible career domestically at PSG. I would argue probably at times he was one of the best midfielders in the world. Fair enough. But it was limited mainly to domestic success, and I don't know if he did live up to it. He really tailed off towards the end. Where is he now? Where is Marco Verratti? Moving on to Isco, who had a potential rating of 87. Now, you can't deny that Isco had some moments of absolute brilliance at Real Madrid. Again, he won multiple Champions League trophies, but he did have a sharp decline towards his late 20s. Although I'm pretty sure he's having some sort of renaissance right now. Might be wrong. It is what it is. Moving on to Paul Pogba, who I do think technically is probably one of the best midfielders of all time. Can't believe I'm saying that because he was so inconsistent. But on his day, I know it's a meme, Pogba on his day, but it is a thing. Pogba on his day was absolutely outstanding, man. I think a fit and firing Pogba in the right system makes any team better. He's incredible, man. And he did win the World Cup, whilst being one of the best players in the team as well. Moving on to Tony Vilhena. I'll be completely honest, never heard of him at all. So I had to do a little bit of digging. And the digging was pretty boring. Apparently he had a pretty respectable career in Europe, I'll take your word for it. But he definitely didn't live up to this level, let's be honest. Eric Lamela was an 86 rated potential FIFA 13 Wonderkid. He had a solid career with Spurs, Sevilla. He definitely had flashes of brilliance. I can remember that Rabona goal, which was unbelievable, by the way. Who even does that? But injuries again hit Lamela, and it's a shame, man. It's a shame. What could have been? Another one at 86, we've got the Brazilian Bernard. He had a pretty decent career at Shakhtar, and he wasn't too bad at Everton, but definitely didn't live up to his hype. Then the last player on this list is Xherdan Shaqiri, which is obviously by far the best player on the list. I know he wasn't exactly this top, but when he was in these colours, he was the best player in the world. He was known for his flair, and as someone who watched him week in, week out, his left foot was an absolute wand. He was a Champions League winner. He did Liverpool, Inter, Bayern. But other than bias aside, he had a good career, but he probably didn't live up to what we thought he might be. And you remember any of the hidden gems you used to buy in career mode on FIFA 13? Chuck them in the comments. And let me know if you want to see FIFA 14 highest potential.